character challenge rope course is very interesting and fun and good, and enjoy many great places to eat from doorsteps to downtown Park Rapids. Now for the second half of the show, lots of good memories in Andy Hughesdoggen's diary about, well, you're going to find out in the second half, that's for sure. She has lots of good memories from the county fair. And many of you remember at the county fair when some famous celebrities would come, musicians, celebrities would come through to your town, small town, and they perform there. Maybe you can remember some big name musicians that did that. For example, like Frank Valli and Walk Like a Man.
Size, telling dirty lies to my friends. But my own father said, give her up, don't bother. The world isn't coming with it. He said it. Walk like a man, talk like a man, walk like a man, my son. No woman's word crawling on the earth. So walk like a man, my son. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Crying, count up all your lying. Yeah, just a look who's laughing now. I'm gonna walk like a man, fast as I can. Walk like a man from you. I'll tell the world, forget about it, girl, and walk like a man from you. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Walk, 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 walk. Ooh-wee.
We had so much fun at the Clay County Fair. Oh, I have to tell you though, you know, my husband Knut, he bought me a New Hampshire fur coat one year. It was beautiful, girls. It was a nice hamster fur coat. And it was cold that day at the fair, so I wore that hamster skin coat, yeah. It took me 3 hours to get off the Ferris wheel. They'll get it, they'll get it. Oh, I went this way. Well, you see, I entered my rooster, Charlie, in the fair. I want to tell you about it. Listen to this story carefully because it was really something. Because, you know, my rooster, Charlie, he was smart. I was in the fertilized egg business at that time. Yeah. I had 50 pullet hens and 5 roosters. Yeah, I did. And it was really something because, you know, if those roosters weren't doing their jobs, into the soup pot they would go. So I put little bells around their neck, see? And they had different chimes on the bells so that I could sit on the porch and do an efficiency report just by sitting and listening when they were in pursuit of a hen, their bell would ring, see? Pretty smart, huh? Well, one day, old Charlie's bell was not ringing. And so I went around by the hen house, you know, and back just to see what was going on. And there he was. He had taken his bell and put it in his mouth, so it couldn't ring, see? Then he could just sneak up on a pullet, do his job, and away he'd go. No chasing and running he had. Pretty smart, huh? So I entered him in the fair for the smartest rooster contest. And he won the Pulitzer Prize. He also got the Nobel Peace Prize.
Give a big hand to Auntie Cream Salad. I was handed a few notes here. I don't know where Eddie Batchelder is, but from Bemidji. You turned 21, and I believe you have the famous Woolen Mills building up there, right? The business? 91? 91, where's Eddie? Is it Ellie? You said Eddie. I'm taking his word on this, but is it? Where are you? Are you 91? Happy birthday, I'm sorry. All right, we have the 5 Malcave girls here from Detroit Lakes. I love all of you, and one of them lives in my house, I think, that I grew up in Detroit Lakes. It's good to have you here. I think you graduated with Wally and some of my brothers. Happy 60th anniversary to Chuck and Judy. It was actually on August 10th. Give them a hand, 60th anniversary. Again, I'd just like to thank all of our sponsors, a couple of them, the Preferred Properties, and also Dog Spa. Thank you. We try to pick a couple each time, and thank you for everything that you've done sponsoring us this season. We appreciate you. Give all our sponsors a hand. We thank them. We have some groups here. Let's see which ones can cheer louder. The Sons of Norway. Man, I think I might want to get on that bus on the way home. But I know the driver, and he's crazy. And Wally's Thieving Tours. I don't know. Let's do this again. Sons of Norway. Wally Thieving. All right, I'm getting on the Thieving bus, I guess it is. Also, Bob Spillman is here. Thanks for all you do with our help with our advertising. All right, you know, we're going to get back to our plan here. We were talking about the county fair. Biff, you grew up in Mandan, North Dakota.
Yes, God's country. There's no doubt about it.
I might doubt that.
Like the Missouri River. Yep.
Did you grow up playing at the fair?
I played at a lot of fairs and backed a lot of people up.
Like who?
Oh, Three Dog Night, and even Paul Revere and the Raiders. Yeah. Of course, they were really old when I was, back in them. It's still pretty good.
Yeah. Well, let's tribute one of those groups. What's your favorite 70s group?
I grew up loving the Eagles.
All right, that's Lynette's era too. Lynette, why don't you start us out on this one, and you'll all sing along with us, won't you? Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. Oh, you're a hard one. I know that you've got your reasons. These things that are pleasing you can hurt you somehow. Don't you draw the queen of diamonds, boy? She beat you if she's able. You know the queen of hearts is always your best bet. It seems to me some fine things have been laid upon your table. You only want the ones that you can't get. Desperado, oh, you ain't getting no younger.
been on my mind. Four that wanna own me, two that wanna stone me, one says she's a friend of mine. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Lighten up if you still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to make your stand. Take it easy.
Melissa, do you have a song? You can spend all your time making money. You can spend all your love making time. And if it all falls to pieces tomorrow, would you still be mine? When you're looking for your freedom,
Nobody seems to care.
and you can't find the door,
Can't find it anywhere.
you got nothing to believe in. So you're coming back, coming back, coming back. On the highway, show me the sign. Take it to the limit one more time. Help us out.
There are stars in the southern sky.
I can't hear you.
Southward as you go. There is moonlight and moss in the trees. Down the Seven Bridges Road.
Nice job. All right, Viv, sing us your favorite song.
Oh, this is my favorite one. I like the way your sparkling earrings lie against your skin so brown. And I want to sleep with you in the desert tonight, with the billion stars all around. I've got a peaceful, lazy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground.
Somebody's gonna hurt someone before the night is through. Somebody's gonna come undone. There's nothing we can do. Everybody wants to touch somebody. If it takes all night, everybody wants to take a little chance. Make it come out right. It's gonna be a heartache tonight, a heartache tonight, I know. It's gonna be a heartache tonight, a heartache tonight, I know. Lord, I know. It's gonna be a heartache tonight, the moon shining bright, turn on the light, let's get it right. It's gonna be a heartache tonight, a heartache tonight, I know. Lord, I know. It's gonna be a heartache tonight, a heartache tonight, I know. The Eagles.
Thank you. Oh, they sure have fun at Snooze Hollow, and because I already have so many fun things mentioned, there's one event that takes place in Snooze Hollow, and I'm reading about it here. I'll share it with you right now. It says on the 27th of Snooze Hollow, they would gather for the talent show. Well, that sounds like fun. And she writes in here, many people got their start there. Well, that's pretty interesting. A talent show, an annual event. In fact, we're going to have that Snooze Hollow talent show right here on the stage. But before we start that, I'm going to show you a new magic trick that I am learning. Trick with a candle. This is taught to me by a magician friend of mine, a very well-known magician, a Chinese magician friend of mine, actually. And his name is Fu Ling Yu. You've maybe heard of him before. And anyway, I was going to do this trick where he told me to change the red candle to a blue candle. I've been working on it, but I can't do it because the red candle disappeared. Oh, I feel bad too. Thank you. Okay, now we can start that talent show. All right here on your stage, Snooze Hollow Talent Show. And to begin the show, here's Andy Creamshagen.
Oh, I need your help on this one. We have to win this contest, ladies and gentlemen. Now you learned the Yeah, Sure You Betcha. Now I'd like you to learn the poor things. The poor things. Come on. The poor things. Yeah, a little louder. The poor things. Yeah, so, because we're going to be the first contestant here. When I give you the nod, let me have it here. Okay, it goes like this. It's going to be a long, long springtime. And but will the birdies do then? The poor things, they'll fly in the breeze to the shook cherry trees and talk their heads under their wings. The poor things, yeah. It's going to be a long, long summer. And what will the birdies do then? The poor things, they'll fly to the pool and try to keep cool and talk their heads under their wings. The poor things, it's going to be a long, long autumn. And what will the birdies do then? The poor things, they'll fly into the barn and try to stay warm and tuck their heads under their wings. The poor things, last verse. It's going to be a long, long winter. And what will the birdies do then? The poor things, they'll fly to the south and get the worm in their mouth and tuck their heads under their wings. The poor things! Thank you!
Auntie Creamshagen, our first contestant. All right, these are next, guys. We're going to welcome them and see what happens. Please welcome the Kickin' Cowboys.
Oh! Now everybody's going out and having fun. I'm such a fool for staying home, having none. I can't get over how she set me free. Oh, lonesome me. Such a bad mistake I'm making now by hanging round. Think over I should pass on, paint the town. The homesick fools are blind and she didn't see. Oh, lonesome me. Well, I bet she's not like me. She's on an fancy fruit. More than all her charm. But I still love her so. And brother, don't you know, I welcome her right back here in my arms. Oh, there must be some way I can lose these lonesome blues. Forget about the master, somebody new. Can't get over how she set me free. Oh, lonesome me.
Sing it, everybody.
Lonesome me.
Such flashy fingernails. Now, knowing that we are a family, can you imagine the backstage and the rehearsal on that? It's all true. Whatever you can think of, they're doing it. Okay? I get that view. All right. Our next contestant has been with us for 2 years. He's a fabulous musician, and please welcome Mr. Louis Ronkin. Malaguena.
Recover. Man calls the cops. Said, "Officer, I'd like to report a dead body on my porch." Officer says, "Well, how do you know it's dead?" "I guess I'm not sure. Been there for 3 weeks." The officer says, "Well, we'll send someone over. Give me your address." "Yeah, that's 3332 DeFioria Avenue." "Okay. Could you spell that, please?" "Yeah, that's D-E-F. No, it's French. D-E-P-H-O-R-E. I'm gonna have to call you back, officer." "Wait a minute. What do you have to call me back for?" "Well, it's gonna take me a while to move that sucker over to Oak Street."